Hi, so the lesson that I chose for vocabulary is the dialogic reading. The target skill is to identify specific vocabulary words and what they mean. The materials that you need for this activity are an engaging children's book, and so I chose The Color Monster, and specific vocabulary words that you want to directly teach. In my class, I teach preschool and I have a lot of the EBD kiddos in my room. So I'm always looking for ways to teach them about their feelings and how to identify their feelings and how they can calm themselves down, their self-regulating strategies. So this lesson actually really works well with what I'm doing now as it does in elementary school. The intensification that I use in this lesson is specific corrective feedback. So I can praise a child for using a vocabulary word correctly or identifying a vocabulary word. And I provide opportunities for the students to listen to the story again and again and again and have that repetitiveness in the vocabulary words, but also in just the different feelings and the emotions and how they feel. So I won't read this book, but I will just kind of go over a little bit of what the lesson entails. So I would approach this lesson beginning by beginning by saying, do you know what really makes me mad? When I can only find one shoe in the morning. What makes you mad? And I would have the kids explain to me and give me examples of things that make them mad in their lives. And I'd say, well, I have a story about the color monster, and it talks about things that make him mad and how hit all the different feelings that he feels. So the teacher would read the book, but prior to reading the book, she would have pinpointed some specific questions that she would want to ask the kiddos. And the questions would kind of range from not so critical thinking up to really deep critical thinking questions. And the lesson in the book suggested putting post-it notes throughout the book so that you don't forget, as a teacher, you don't forget to ask those important questions. And it also recommended that those target vocabulary words that you want, you would ask the friends to listen for. So in my instance, I would say, listen for the word angry, and every time you hear it in the story, raise your hand, or something like that to keep them engaged in the book. I do like this book as it kind of goes over all the different emotions and how the monster feels, and the colors associated with it kind of goes along with the feelings. So for example, angry, if I can find the page, is all red as he's mad, and then it goes into how he calms down. So there are so many different lessons that you could get out of this. Another vocabulary word or statement that I would ask my kiddos to look for is like, I feel angry, I feel sad, and I want my students to kind of pinpoint those statements too, because that's something that they could use in the real life. I feel mad, and just being able to identify their own emotions. So ultimately, that's the vocabulary lesson, just pinpointing those specific words and asking deep critical thinking questions like, how does a color monster calm himself down? But that's it, so thank you, bye-bye.